So it's social media marketing 101. So this is not an intricate training session. This is literally very basic overview of what social media can be used for, and the different channels that you can use for whatever project you want to utilize. So the purpose of social media can be any of these 5 things. It can sometimes be 1 or all 5, which is 1, to build credibility, visibility, and authority for you as a brand. So that is if you are in a business and you want to get known for something, and it can also be your personal brand. So I would like to start planting some seeds with you to start building your personal brand, because wherever you go, that personal brand you can take anywhere with you. So I love the analogy of knowledge and your name. It's 2 things that no one can ever take away from you. No one can take your name away from you, and no one can take your knowledge away from you. So invest in that, and that you can put together and take anywhere in the world with you. Number 2 is create raving fans, which is your community. It's nice for organizations that are looking for building a brand awareness with the oh goodness, sorry, why is my view just went strange? Sorry, I just want to redo my viewing. Just give me a second. I need this, otherwise it's going to look strange. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, create raving fans, which is a community. So that is if you want people to interact with you and you want to, the one at the bottom, build relationships and trust with them, and you want them to take you, to follow you wherever you go. Another way you can use social media is to act as your PR agent. So in the good old days, back in my day, we didn't have social media. So the only way that you could promote your business is if by word of mouth, by meeting people face to face, or you could go on the radio, or you could go on television, and then obviously your newspaper. Now we've got social media, who is the new media agents. If you're in business, you would probably want to expand your market reach and start driving some revenue growth, right? That's the main purpose of being in business, and that is for you to make money. And if you're a charity, it's obviously to get more funders so you can keep reinvesting your profits into the business. Okay, so how to do marketing on social media? The first step you would have to do is define your goals and metrics. So what is your purpose of going out on social media? Is it to build a brand awareness? So is it do you want more people to know about what you do? Is it to drive revenue? So is it to increase your profits, trying to get more leads? The message will be different. Or is it to create raving fans? So do you just want followers and communicate with the new community that you're creating? So what is the purpose of? It could also be research. Are you trying to find more information about your specific target audience, that comes to number 2. Who is your target audience? So you need to be very specific as to who you are serving. Is it young people? Is it a more mature clientele? Is it male, female? Is it different interests? What interests do they have? So be very specific on who your target audience is. And that is when you will go to the next one, which is planning your content strategy. And this is what we'll go into now. And it's quite important for you to be able to measure, monitor, and optimize your social media content And you can do it with fabulous tools that's available these days to find out how well your posts are doing. Are people interacting? Are they, and number 5, are they engaging with you? So that's ultimately what you want with your social media promotions is engagement. That way that you know that you are doing a good job. So the first social media platform that you've got, I'm going to go through 6 different platforms. Number 1 is LinkedIn. This is majority used for professional networking situations. It's where professionals connect with each other and build business relationships. It's a fantastic tool to recruit talent. So if you are on the job market, make sure that you're on LinkedIn and that your profile is saying exactly who you are. Almost think of it as your online CV. So if people want to check you out, make sure that they go on LinkedIn and they can find everything that they want to know and need to know about you. And that is a very good opportunity for you to show your thought leadership, authority, credibility on LinkedIn. So you will share industry related content. And it's also very good for B2B companies, job seekers, and professionals that want to expand their network. Currently on LinkedIn, there are 900 million users per month. So it's pretty impressive for a young organization. So how can you do that? You create a compelling company page and you can optimize it with relevant keywords. So you will see, you will often find the person, the individual that work for the company. So I share there at the bottom, encourage employees to share company updates on their personal profiles. Most people prefer to do it that way, but it's also good to share news stories and events, etc., on your business profile, because sometimes you want to be more less salesy on your personal profile, and you can keep the sales process for your business profile, if that makes sense. So if anyone wants to know more about how to do business with you, share that on your business profile, and your personal profile, you share more on how to do the work, so you can share little how-tos or teasers or ask questions to get engagements from the public. Another good way for you to do that is to engage in LinkedIn groups. So that's LinkedIn. Next up is Instagram. So currently there are 2.5 billion users expected by the end of 2023. That's big. So it's a visual-centric platform, and mostly you use beautiful photos or videos, and people like to share fashion, beauty, travel, and food on the web, on the pages. So Instagram is really good for brand storytellers, influencers, engaging with a younger audience. So this is becoming quite popular, especially with Reels. So yeah, I've got you leveraging your Instagram stories, Reels, and IGTV for behind the scenes content, tutorials, and product showcases. So the world really is your oyster with Instagram, especially if you've got a beautiful product that you want to feature. In even sales, if you've got, sorry, not sales, a service-based company. So if you do coaching or speaking, you can still talk about whatever is relevant to you. It's very important to use, if you could do videos, to use captions and to have the relevant hashtags. So think of it as like a pocket. Whenever you think of hashtags, think of it as a pocket, and all the hashtags that you use can be found by other people that have the same hashtags. And oftentimes there's something, one of the hashtags that's trending, and that means that that hashtag will be shared by a lot of people, and when they want to go and find out about this topic, they'll put in the hashtag Insta story, whatever, or submarine, and everything that's got a hashtag submarine will pop up on that feed. So if your post is using that hashtag, your post will also be seen by the other people that's searching for similar stories. It's very important to engage with your audience. So when you are posting something and someone is posting, make sure that you've got within the next 2 hours, you're able to respond, if not sooner. The sooner you can respond, the better. Engagement is very important, and also checking your direct messages that you receive. Then we've got number 3 is Twitter. So currently there are 450 million monthly users. So it's still the baby. It's not the biggest hit on the block, but it's very, very impactful and very popular with tech companies, media, and influencers. So if you are looking for anything in news or technology, I would highly recommend that you join Twitter. They call it the real-time micro-blogging platform. So it's very short text-based messages. And it's fantastic to stay up to date with news and trends. So if you don't like there's quite a lot of junk and garbage on the other social media, with personal stuff being featured on your social media feed, where Twitter is much more focused on specific facts. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to know what's happening in quick real time, look out for Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is very, very fresh. So news get old quickly there. You've got to be very timely and relevant with your updates, news, and industry insights on Twitter. So it goes very, very quick. Hashtags are very important here as well with conversations and to increase your visibility. They like it when you retweet other people's comments and responding to mentions. So if you're following someone that you admire, so say for instance, I'm just thinking who is very popular on Twitter is obviously your Elon Musk's. So if you like his content, you can always retweet his posts and tag him in. I'm trying to think of who it was. Was it him? I've got a feeling it was Elon Musk who this happened to, where this young startup company have been trying to get Elon Musk to respond to one of their proposals. So they've been hounding him on all the different social media platforms, and every day for something like 100 days, every day for 100 days, they kept tagging him in saying, hey, Elon, just checking in if we can use your, I don't know, tweet, whatever that is that they wanted to get permission from him. And eventually after 100 days, Elon's like, yeah, guys, fine, sure, just go for it. It's on public profile, it's on public knowledge, and they got the go ahead to use whatever they wanted to get. So people that you think is out of your reach, yeah, Twitter is pretty good for reaching those audiences. It's really good to participate in Twitter chats and leverage your ads for targeted campaigns if you're into that. Now we've got Facebook. It's one of the most popular and oldest social media channels that you get. They've got 2.98 billion monthly users. So that's pretty big. It's very versatile. You share texts, photos, videos, and live streams. So live streams are getting really popular at the moment, as well as your shorts. So Facebook Shorts are starting to compete now for Instagram Reels and YouTube and TikTok. So if you do still oldie like myself who like Facebook, I love using the Reels, and it gets a lot more engagement from people. And also what's good on the Facebook Reels that I enjoy is On my Facebook, it's quite personal. So it's like, I had a cup of coffee here, went for a swim. So it's very, just it's basically for my friends and my family that's on Facebook. So I share personal stuff on there. But if I've got something business, I almost never get engagement from my family and friends on it, because it's basically for your personal stories. I keep that for reels, and that drives the engagement quite high up. There's also an opportunity for you to have everyone see it. I don't do it because I've got children, so I don't want everyone to see my reels. So another option would be is to create another Facebook page where I can do that. So that is something I'm considering to do to boost engagement and generate leads. Facebook is really good. It's probably one of the highest lead converter for business. So if you want to put money into social media to promote either an event or product, Facebook is still hands down the highest return on your investment for reaching that people, because you can be so specific as to who you want to reach and what you want to say and what's the message that you want to give them. Do regular posts to get an engagement for your content. Encourage user-generated content, such as reviews and testimonies. Really good for your business. I know Facebook pages doesn't do very well. It's really been struggling for the past, I don't know, 6 years to get engagement from Facebook pages. And a lot of people stay away from it. They don't even have a Facebook page for their business anymore. But I still think that it's a little bit of a wasted opportunity. As you saw, there's almost 3 billion people on Facebook. So if you use it properly, you can really get your return on investment for it. And it's almost seen as a respect thing. So just to respect that older generation are still on there, who would not generally be on Instagram or maybe Twitter. And then, and it's nice for more feel-good stories that you can share on Facebook. Targeted Facebook ads is fantastic. I've always used it and I've always had great results with it. So the new way to get responses from or engagement from new people or your community is through Facebook groups. But Facebook groups, you're either in it or you're not. So just be aware of the time that you're going to have to invest in Facebook groups. The more time you invest in it, the higher your rewards would be, obviously, with anything in life. So if you are focusing on Facebook, then make sure that you follow groups that has similar interests to what you have, where you could leverage that. So when I came to the UK in 2020, I obviously known just about nobody. I think I knew like one person in the whole of the UK. So I started following Facebook groups that had similar interests to what I was doing. And I built such a beautiful network through that, as well as on LinkedIn. But you got to engage, you got to, be active on there. So not just dip in and out, then it's not really worth your time. Okay, number 5 is the new kid on the block. And look at this new kid on the block's got 1.8 billion users. Well, it's estimated to have 1.8 billion users by the end of 2023. This is TikTok. And it's doing fantastic, mostly just video, short form video sensation, creating viral and entertaining content. So this is obviously targeted at a younger demographic, but don't get fooled, because all these like myself and older also enjoy TikTok. And there's some fabulous stuff on there, or just for a quick little laugh, see who you follow, and get some great content out there. It's short, sharp, to the point. Just be aware of overusing, please. There's always there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. It does influence your the way you think, you know, your thought patterns. If you only watch short little things that's for a minute at a time or 15 seconds, then your attention span will shorten. So just be aware of it, not to sit on TikTok every single day or Instagram, social media. As with everything in life, in moderation. It's great, good fun. It's fantastic to ride on trends and engage with a highly engaged audience. So definitely worth considering for business in any industry. This, you know, Gen Zs and Generation Alpha is our new generation, who's going to be the ones that's in management and leadership positions soon. So we need to make sure that we are reaching the younger audience and tapping into their interests. Yeah, just said embrace trends and challenges, creating entertaining and engaging videos. In the beginning, it will feel strange and it depends on your personality. So look at what fits with your personality or your brand as a business. There's a guy called Gary V that I love. So I follow all his content on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. But he's got really good stuff that he puts out there on TikTok. So yeah, it doesn't always have to be dancing and doing things that's, you know, you feel uncomfortable for you. It can be something that you feel is more in alignment with your brand. So do play with it. It's just really insane what you can do with it, and how to, you know, speed up your engagement and building up a profile for you. You can collaborate with TikTok influencers to leverage their reach and audience. So gone is the old days of reaching out to a newspaper and say, can I place an ad? No, the new ad is the TikTok influencers. They will definitely get much higher return on investment for your business. Experiment with different videos formats. So when you've got time, go and play with it a little bit. There's different effects, editing techniques to stand out, and engage with your followers through comments, duets, and responses. Now, with TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, most of the video, and as well as the reels, not too serious, but TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, you upload the video from your phone and then use their own sound that they give you, and then, you know, just a short description of your post with 2 or 3 hashtags that is relevant to your video, and just check the settings is all in order. TikTok is quite straightforward. To get the best results from TikTok is to use the app on the phone and record the video straight from the phone. That you will get probably 100 times as many engagement and reach than you would have uploaded a video, and even more. So if you had to go and attach from, you know, like a Publer or scheduling app. So just a few things to keep in mind. YouTube, 2.6 billion users per month. So just below Facebook, still one of the most popular social media channels. It's an incredible platform to share content and get new subscribers and followers and business leads for your business. And obviously, if you become an influencer, you can get rewarded and get paid for your videos. And it all depends on how long people are looking at your videos, and if they're engaging with it, sharing it, etc., etc. So what sort of content are you putting out there? Is it worth their while to look at? Is it worth their while to share it to someone else? So just some things to keep in mind. It's a really fantastic opportunity to drive website traffic and monetizing it through ads. And the fun part about YouTube is that you can use it for education, entertainment, tech, lifestyle, anything, any industry, doesn't matter. It really is one of the, I find, the most underused social media platform for businesses. And I think it's just because it's so not really known. People don't really know how to use it or what to use it for. But if you do invest time in social media, I think it's quite worth you to look at YouTube, see how you can use it better. So yes, just a few tips. Create high quality. So with YouTube, there's two things that's very important. It's the quality of the visuals, so the footage that you see, and number two, the sound. It's got to be clear. So if you can't hear, it will probably not do so well, unless it's just dancing or whatever, or if you've got a caption. So if you use captions, I would highly recommend you use captions for any of your content that you put out there. So if it's tutorials or just you having a conversation on YouTube, try and have titles at the bottom so that people can read your what you're saying, because sometimes people put the sound off and they just literally read what you're saying. The title is very important, so choose a captivating title that will intrigue people to click on it, and a short description that is accurate, and tags. Yes, again, you can collaborate with influencers and content creators for cross promotion. Don't ever underestimate the power of these influencers. Always you got to engage with people, and YouTube analytics is fantastic to identify popular content and optimize future videos. So you can see which ones are doing great and which ones are not doing so well. And YouTube analytics will be able to give you all that information, which is fantastic. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to say thumbnails with a B. So thumbnails, you can create on Canva, and that's to attract better traction, to get more people to look at your video from the get-go. I'll explain that to you just now. Hashtags. Please be aware of the hashtags that you use, because oftentimes that is how people will find you. And you can even put in keywords at the bottom of the YouTube video. So there's, I think you get 10, was it 100? Hashtags that or keywords that people can find your videos for. So use it. It's best if you click not suitable for children as the setting, because your content will be monitored if it's for children. That's good. They need to obviously make sure that our children are safe. So rather just put on that it's not suitable for children. So then there's less, the algorithms will not restrict you so much. Shorts, get on there, post as often as possible and use your captions. And often, I mean at least every second or third day, just to drive engagement. If you can't do that, then try and do it at least twice a week. And it doesn't have to be intricate or difficult or perfect, just as long as you do it. The more you do it, the easier it will become for you. So make peace with it. Know, for instance, give yourself grace and say, for the first 100 days, it's going to be terrible. That's fine. And thereafter, it's going to get better. Do you understand? So rather do it than not do it. And then one day wake up and say, oh, I should have done it. Okay. Oh, how did this go back? Sorry. Okay, so how to do social media content. You can create beautiful posts and images, graphics on Canva. Canva is a free app that you can use. There's a free one. The images and some of the abilities is restricted. So I would recommend that you go on Pro for it, which is £110 a month. It's really not a lot, and you can actually use it for anything. It is incredible, the most user-friendly, literally drag and drop interface. So you can just upload your logo, for instance, choose the type of post that you want to create. It gives you a template, and you just change the words to what it suits you, alongside the content that you want. It's got a fantastic stock of images, icons, videos. It really is one of the most user-friendly apps out there. And you can customize it to your brand color scheme, which I love. Okay. ChatGPT, this is the new kid on the block. You can actually train your ChatGPT, I don't know what you call it, platform, website, whatever you call it. It's an AI model. So for those of you who don't know it and haven't used it, it's very simple. You just register an account with ChatGPT, and it comes up with a new chat, and you can ask it anything. So yeah, automate certain interactions on social media. You can get it to answer frequently asked questions, and then it will answer it will give you the basic information about your products and services. Now, there's a little bit more complicated that I put on here, but you can also use ChatGPT on your website and messaging platform, and you can feed it information so that it can engage with your visitors and guide them towards making a purchase or taking a desired action. It is limitless. We've not truly touch the surface of what all these fantastic apps can do for us, and they are so much more. I think it's the mid-July I'll be doing a little bit more on different AI apps that's out there that you can use. Some are free and some you pay a very small fee to use, and AI is just there to make your world, to make your life a little bit easier, so you can save time on doing things that you don't really want to do, or got no interest or skill to do, and that these kind of apps can do it for you, and saving you time so that you can start dream big. You can do the things that you do enjoy in life. But with ChatGPT, you must just be aware that you got to check the content that it puts out. It doesn't know everything. And it's limited to the free version is limited to 2021. So the paid version, I think, is £20 a month, and that's got up-to-date information. There's also Bard, which is Google's ChatGPT version. So you can also play around with that and just feed it the information to make sure that it understands your style. So what is your style? Is it personal? Is it professional? Is it relaxed? Or is it, what is your tone of voice? So you can ask ChatGPT to create content that suits your style. You can even tell ChatGPT who you are. So I would say my background is in journalism. I love marketing. I'm doing, I work in culture and belonging, and helping people adapt to change, to belong within themselves. So if you give it, you feed it the information, the more accurate you are, the more specific you are, and the more accurate your questions are, the better results it will give you. And then at least you've got something to start off with. It can create minutes of meetings for you. It can create a framework for you. If you're creating a program, it literally anything you can think of, it can create for you. Then to make your life a little bit easier, you can schedule content. So you've got Hootsuite, which is, so these are free platforms, but there's also a paid version to each one of them. So Hootsuite, Buffer, Later, TweetDeck, and Zoho Social. I've got a free version, but with free version, there's always limitations, right? So with a free version, you can only schedule 3 social media platforms. So you can only choose Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, for instance. Then at the bottom, I've got LinkedIn now has got its own function where you can schedule posts, as many as you want, for as long as you want. Well, I've not tried for longer than 2 months, so I've not tried a year. So correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as I know, you can schedule as far as you want. Facebook, you can go on the, can't remember the word now, metaverse or something. There's a business scheduling app within Facebook, and you can schedule your posts on there, and you can actually connect your Instagram account with it, so that when you schedule your post for Facebook, it goes to Instagram at the same time. You just click on both, schedule, write your copy with your couple of hashtags, the image that you want to put in. Just make sure that if you include Instagram, that the image is to scale to the right size of Instagram. So it won't post, for instance, Facebook post size images on Instagram. So just be aware of those little things. But then you can also schedule it for, I think, up to a month and a half, 2 months. No, it's a month and a half. And then you just go back and reschedule it. And that is that. Thank you very much.